all you awesome folks out there. My name is Scott Churchson. But more importantly than that, Davion Bussey is there, Robert Manning is there, and then actually working audio specific in this case here, Mr. Kyle Krieger, and this is Tales from the Film Set, or in this case, Tales about Jeopardy and movie trivia and all of those kind of things like that. We will probably talk a little bit of movies, some of the weird stuff that I've been dealing with lately, including having to be asked to do a De Niro impression on for a TV show that happened last week. We'll get into that in a little bit. But, gentlemen, how are you?
Sounds good.
We'll answer it once. It's okay. Take your time on this.
Well, Day did respond. He went,
it's either the soda or he farted. I'm not sure which.
yeah.
No,
Yes.
soda.
Okay.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
I'm great. I'm still on the high of Thunderbolts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. Thunderbolts asterisk now.
Yeah, the new Avengers.
Yes. Spoiler. What the hell?
Well, sorry, Marvel.
No, it really wasn't a spoiler because that's been out all.
Yeah.
No, it is a spoiler, but it's not a spoiler because Marvel has taken all the movie posters, not all of them, but has taken a lot of movie posters out of theaters and sending them new ones where it says the new Avengers.
Yeah. So
Well, you got to market the next one as fast as possible.
Oh, of course.
So all right. So yeah, like I said, we're going to be doing Jeopardy tonight. This is going to be Jeopardy from movies from the year 2000 to 2009. The good Mr. Kyle Krieger put that together. The idea also came about to make it a little bit easier for Rob Manning because he is closer to that age in this case here. And if we did something from the 80s, 90s, or even the 70s, God help the poor kid.
yeah.
So we try to make this a little easier, trying to level the playing field at least a tiny shtickle. But before I get to that, I do have today in movie history. Are you guys ready to take a shot at this?
Alrighty then.
Okay, so
I'm ready.
today in movie history, I'm not going to give you the year. I'm not going to give you anything. The director is not going to give you anything on this. It was an ensemble cast, and Kyle, you're not allowed to answer, by the way, because I think you'll
Dang
get
it.
So, it ended up being a launching vehicle for one and a relaunching vehicle for another. The movie was a launching vehicle for someone, even though the role was actually written for someone that he is frequently confused with. The relaunch was accepted by someone who ended up turning down the role of Forrest Gump. Also, in this case here, some of the other cast involved actually could have also been that person who launched his career as a different role. Someone else who was a previous collaborator was the first choice, by the way, in this case. And let's see what else. The role almost went to Eddie. One of the roles almost went to Eddie Murphy. I tried to be as vague as possible.
Well, you certainly got that. You certainly
This
nailed
is
that.
Ghostbusters.
No, actually,
No.
Kyle, let me ask you this: Do you know what it is?
I'm having a hard time understanding that question.
Okay,
I thought it was Ghostbusters because
so,
Eddie Murphy.
so it was an ensemble cast.
Mhm.
The role that launched the career of one particular actor was actually written for a different actor that this particular actor who got the role is oftentimes confused with, to the point
Okay.
that they often wear shirts that depict this.
Oh, how many years ago did this come out?
Sometime after 1920.
Yeah, I'm still kind of lost on the wording of the question, so I'm out.
All right.
Not Ghostbusters.
I thought it was Ghostbusters because Eddie Murphy was supposed to be in Ghostbusters.
It was an ensemble cast. I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to make this difficult because it's too easy to give it away with one
So
line.
if you give the year, it gives it away, is what you're saying?
That probably would, yes. The main role in this case here was originally written for someone who at least twice appeared, alongside Keanu Reeves in two different franchises.
Keanu Reeves in two different franchises. So, well, in that case, it might involve.
The Matrix.
Yeah. I was gonna say it might have involved Morpheus. Can't remember the guy's name though.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah.
The role was originally written for Lawrence Fishburne.
Something. It does it have to do with Pulp Fiction?
Yes, actually does, because it is Pulp Fiction.
Oh.
wow.
I was gonna say it's because Lawrence Fishburne gets confused with Samuel L. Jackson all the dang time.
To the point they have a shirt.
Yes,
So this, by the way, I'm not
specifically the commercial, the credit card commercial.
Yes. So
What's in your wallet?
And another hint you could have gave, but been like, Rob, you've met somebody who was in this, which is Phil Lamar was in this movie.
yes, he was.
Nice.
Now who did Phil Lamar play in this case?
He played one of the drug dealers, or one.
Yeah. This, by the way, if you can read it, is what Quentin Tarantino had wanted for his cast. So,
Eric
Roberts,
Roberts, Nick Cage,
Oh wow.
John Cusack. Wait, he wanted Michael Keaton or? Oh wait,
Christian Slater. Oh god, there's a
yeah. Gary Old. Yeah. So the role that went to Eric Stoltz,
Paxton.
basically you're just the stab. Eric Roberts was in there. Samuel Jackson was in that one too. He was
As
all
Lance.
over this thing.
oh Dennis Quaid.
Yeah.
He was going to be in the movie somewhere.
Yeah.
Into the
And he
basket.
Oh,
Ving
so
Rhames for
Greer.
Marcellus.
So what we're looking at is each role. That was the different people he had in mind for that role.
Yeah. 3 stars down to 1 star. So 3 stars first choice, 2 stars second choice, and at 1 star was like, let's keep it on the radar. So Patricia Arquette, I believe, got the role of Honey Bunny.
And
And
Davion-
John Cusack did not make it, correct?
No, Eric Stoltz was the role.
Oh, wow.
and
Well, they-
Davion Bussey is up here.
Yeah. What's that?
Davion Bussey is up here.
Haha.
Is he? Where? Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, the role of Coons that went to Christopher Walken. They were looking at Sean Penn, which I found odd. William Devane, I could definitely say. Samuel Jackson there too. Dutton, De Niro, Al Pacino. I don't know about Al Pacino. Tommy
Oh
Lee Jones.
wow, Marissa Tomei was on that list.
Yes, as Mia. So the dance scene opposite. The dance scene very easily could have been Virginia Madsen and Michael Madsen, which would have been really weird because they're siblings in real life.
Oh, I'm looking for the role Honey Bunny.
Oh yeah.
I will say this. Now I'm picturing Al Pacino and Robert De Niro with the watch.
Yeah.
And John-
That won't work.
I wonder what this movie would have been if we would have had all the different.
This, yeah. But Butch, the role that was played by phenomenally by Bruce Willis, was originally for Matt Dillon.
Mm.
If you look, Bruce Willis is on the list.
And who turned down this movie twice?
I don't know if anybody turned it down. Lawrence Fishburne couldn't do it. But what I was saying in this case is, John Travolta, who ended up playing the role of Vincent, he turned down the role of Forrest Gump
Oh,
to take this, which obviously worked out well on both fronts.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump was a great vehicle for Tom Hanks, and this one worked out really well to reinvent John Travolta's career, which had actually more or less stagnated by that point.
right.
Okay, yeah.
That's cool.
So there you go. So yes, today in 1994, we had the arrival of Pulp Fiction,
Still haven't seen it.
and we learned about the metric system when it comes to Big Macs.
And once I understood the question, I got it.
It was so hard to figure out how to word that in such a way that it made sense,
Yeah.
without giving it away. Because it's like, well, the role was originally written for Lawrence Fishburne. And it's like, okay, that
Mhm.
That didn't help.
It's funny. I was literally like practicing it today, and including a few minutes ago. I had to move my wife's car, and I'm running it through my head about how I had to do that and how to say it.
I got it once you said two movie series with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
That's like a 6 degree to Kevin Bacon type question.
Hey, I'm 1 degree to Kevin Bacon. So,
Me too.
I'm technically 1 degree from the Pope.
yes, yes. Oh my God, yes.
Villanova graduate.
Villanova. By the way, did you see that? I posted that video, Kyle, in the sports group. Did you see the Pope actually was at the 2005 World Series rooting for the White Sox?
That's crazy. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he got caught on fan cam. Well before you became Pope, but nonetheless,
it was funny. It's like, because he's a White Sox fan, so he's at the World Series when they eventually won the World Series and broke the streak. And 20 years later, he's the Pope.
So that's where all those papal donations went to.
Dude, apparently, yeah. Well, apparently it probably didn't go to the roster because the Red Sox still suck this year.
I like the meme that's been going around where he looks like Emperor Palpatine.
That was Pope Benedict. He was very. Pope Benedict looked a lot like Palpatine.
No, the one
with the sunken eyes.
The one that's going on right now shows the Chicago one.
Yeah.
And they showed a picture of Emperor Palpatine.
Oh yeah. No. I've seen it. I'm just saying that Benedict.
I think they
transposed. A lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I like I said, I've seen it. And by the way, am I coming in too loud or too quiet?
No, you're fine.
You're fine.
Okay, cool.
Cool. All right, don't worry.
You're coming in too loud because I can hear you. No, I'm kidding, Kyle.
Heyo.
Yeah, that one.
Yep.
I am.
Somehow Palpatine returned because, yeah.
Emperor Palpatine.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it for the vibe.
So, all right.
Yeah.
Anyway, basically, I am trying to get this going. Thanks massive to Kyle on this because this is going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah, we'll see if Rob can win.
You know, well, yeah. I mean, you're not bad.
So we got so we got 3 teams.
Yeah.
So we're not waiting on anyone else. Okay.
Yeah. No, Halen in this case, his wife's family flew in from Europe. So out of respect, it's like he had the live show last night for soccer. I don't think he could do 2 nights in a row.
Yeah, he get murdered, unalived.
Probably. All right, so
and now we're
Scott, you won last round, so I'll put you as the guy who goes first. Right. Rob, you came in second.
Yeah.
So you will go second.
Scott, as your returning champion, you pick first.
And Davion,
you last.
Came in third, so you will go third.
I'll take it.
All right, so let me remove Halen.
Yeah, the same rules apply as we normally do in this case here. Round robin, if you get it right, you know, goes on to the next person. If you get it wrong, the next person takes a crack at it until everybody has a crack at it, and then just nobody gets points.
Indeedy.
Yes.
All right. So, but yeah, I have it presented. So toss it on the screen whenever you're ready.
All right.
It is Streampunk 2000s movie trivia.
I feel like I got to pull that out of this. We do. All right, so
I was gonna say if you want to bot me from the screen, go right ahead.
Actually, it's not even that. I mean, actually,
or switch me with Rob.
No, I think it's fine that way it is.
Guys, I'm on TV.
There we go.
Maybe I'll at least do it that way.
Works. Yeah, I was gonna say that works good.
I don't want to be the Mike Wazowski of Streampunk Entertainment.
Mike Wazowski. Mike Wazowski. All right. Well, Scott.
By the way, just so I understand. Is Show Me the Money, is that a budget thing or is that a
it is budgetary. So we have Oscar winning films, directors and their films, Show Me the Money, which has to do with like budgets and profits and all that fun stuff, actors and characters, and potpourri.
Which is
your grab bag of topics.
It
could be something that fits a different category on here or something completely different. Who knows?
Okay. So that's going to be the category that's going to screw Rob up. Love it.
Could be.
All right. I guess we'll keep it simple. Show me the money for 100.
Show me the money for 100. Grossing just under $1 billion worldwide, this fishy movie was the highest-grossing fully animated film of the 2000s.
Yes,
and at the time it came out, it was the second overall highest profit at time of release for animated films.
And got into a massive lawsuit because apparently it was stolen. But that would be Albert Brooks's Finding Nemo.
That is correct. Scott starting it off with a nice little ding.
Yeah, basically, because he starts off with the cheap ones.
I mean, it works.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine.
Start out with those little jabs before you go to the big hook.
Hey-oh. All right, Rob, you are up next.
Actors and characters for 500.
He's going right for the hook.
All right. Releasing in 2009, this film had Heath Ledger playing Tony Shepard in his final film role before he tragically passed away in 2008. As a hint, it was a posthumous credit.
Smart. I think I know what movie, but I haven't seen the movie, so I'm gonna say The Dark Knight.
That is incorrect. That was the bait.
I know.
Yeah. All right, Davion.
Brokeback Mountain?
That is incorrect.
That was my guess.
No, Brokeback Mountain came out in 2001 or 3 or something.
That was much earlier in the decade.
It was like 04 or 05, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Brokeback was the only guess I personally had, so I'm out too.
It's the
Oh,
the
God.
Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus.
Yeah.
Good.
This
Yeah,
was
that
a
was a
horror
500
movie,
point
correct?
question.
Yep. Remember, the Dark Knight was the bait question. That was also a posthumous release. That was in 2008. That was in 2008. But Imaginarium came out in 2009 and is known as his final role.
Wow.
Was this a horror movie that gave him nightmares?
I am honestly not sure.
Was that a horror movie? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, no. It depends on a certain
Okay.
maybe from a certain point of view.
There was a role
From a
that he
certain
did-
point of view.
There was a role he did before The Dark Knight that was a dark role. Never
I will have to look that up and get back to you on that.
Oh, no worries. Day.
Potpourri for 200.
Potpourri for 200. Releasing in 2001, what is the full name of the first Harry Potter movie? And I will take both the U.S. and international name as the correct answer.
Oh, I know.
Davion.
I haven't been watching Harry Potter's.
It's on the top. It's
This is so easy. Come on, Day.
Harry Potter and
The Chamber of Testicular Torsion.
And the Chamber of Thoughts.
Harry Potter and the Chamber of pass.
And the Chamber of Pass is incorrect.
The Chamber of Sorcerer's Stone or Philosopher's Stone, whichever you prefer.
That is correct.
Yep.
Yep.
They were trying.
I haven't been watching Harry Potter, so that would have.
Come on, Day.
I got into Harry
All good.
Potter.
It's all good. Sometimes when you're in the spotlight, it is not easy in the spotlight. Remember that.
It's always easy in the spot.
It's funny. I got into Harry Potter because I was crushing on a girl at a job I had just started at, even though she was already engaged to be married to someone she was living with. But
Ooh.
yeah, that didn't work. That did not work out well. That was 20 odd years ago. But I got myself hooked on Harry Potter. I was like, holy crap, this is amazing. So
Yep.
All right.
Indeed.
How about actors and characters for 2, please and thanks.
Actors and characters for 2. What was the name of the character played by Jeffrey Rush in the 3 Pirates of the Caribbean movies of the 2000s?
I can see the character in my head too.
You know exactly who it is.
Black? I don't know.
Black is incorrect.
Mm.
Robbo?
Captain Barbosus.
That is correct. Captain Barbossa.
Ah!
I'll give it close enough.
Sorry. Yeah,
All
my
right,
dyslexia.
Rob.
Close enough.
Okay.
All right. Rob,
Let's
you're up.
Do actors and characters for 400.
400. Who played Johnny Cash in the movie Walk the Line?
Walking Phoenix.
That is correct. Very nice. That was
Rob,
a 600
let's
point
go.
win right there.
Yeah.
I was
Very
like,
nice.
who played the Joker? Who played the Joker? That's not Heath Ledger.
Pretty much. All right, Davion, what you got? Get yourself on the board.
Paparita for 400. Paparita for
Potpourri for
400.
Potpourri for 400. Releasing in 2000, this animated film featured the hijinks of Miguel and Tulio as they pretended to be gods. This film also features a soundtrack by Elton John. It's one of my favorite movies.
Oh my god, I think I know what you. Oh my god, I do know this.
I think you do.
Oh god. Treasure Island.
Nope.
It's actually a movie that we have talked about, surprisingly not having gotten a remake. El Dorado.
That is correct. The Road to El Dorado.
Yes.
One of my favorite movies, and hit a lot of prepubescent teens. Had a lot of fun with that one.
There was
Mm.
there was a meme where it was like with Chris Hemsworth and
Both is
Tom Hiddleston as like if they were to make a live action.
I can see it.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm getting
Guess
my
not.
butt kicked. I already know.
I was hoping you had gotten that one. That one's from our childhood, dude.
Yeah. There's their scores, by the way, right now.
Indeedy.
Yes.
All right, Scott.
All right.
I believe it is your pick.
All right, we'll go Oscars for one.
Oscars for
Yeah,
one.
okay, you know what?
All right. Winning 11 Oscars on 11 nominations in 2004, this film holds the record for most Oscars won in the 2000s.
Dun, 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 dun. It's Return of the King, the last one.
That's
Lord
right.
of the Rings.
Just also be aware, just for clarification, the Oscars are the show years, but all the movies came out between 2000 and 2009. Just a heads up. So, yeah, just to try to avoid confusion.
You know what's actually I want to basically nerd this out a little bit. You know what the final scene of the entire trilogy was? It was
where they find Viggo Mortensen's broken toe?
No, no, it was the scene where the entire crowd bows to and kneels down in front of Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin. That was the final scene they shot.
Oh, wow.
And that's in this case here, Viggo Mortensen had already wrapped all of his thing. He came back and wore a paper hat just for the filming.
Oh, that was nice.
Yes, but in this case, that's the way they wanted to do it, to showcase the hobbits themselves as really being that. Just showcase everything and how powerful they were. So that's how Peter Jackson did it. Anyway,
okay, very cool. That is a cool bit of trivia.
Yes.
All right, Rob,
you can find a video 10 facts in 2 minutes on
here. Paparook, whatever, for 500.
Potpourri for 500. Which television comedy show featuring zany stunts, pranks, and a lot of pain was turned into a 2003 movie featuring clips and actions you wouldn't normally see on the television show? I think Davion knows this one.
I think Scott does too.
And for anyone in the audience, feel free to comment if you know the answer. See if you can get it before us. And right now, all of our participants are not looking at comments. By the way,
yeah,
they're not allowed to.
Was turned into a 2003 movie featuring clips and actions you wouldn't normally see in television show.
Sailing.
Not gonna get this, but we're just gonna say Looney Tunes Back in Action.
That is incorrect.
Yep.
So, I had a disturbing childhood. I used to watch MTV all the time. So the movie I'm referencing is Jackass the movie.
That is correct.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to watch that as a kid.
Jackass the movie. That's right.
And the year prior, Johnny Knoxville was also in another movie that actually was kind of a disappointment, Men in Black 2.
Yes. I forgot he was in that movie.
Yeah, he was the neck snake, whatever. Lara Flynn Boyle's like sidekick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Now, we have ourselves a game.
Yes.
All right. I believe it's Davion's pick.
Potpourri for 300.
Well, we're blasting through the potpourri category. In the 2009 film Inglourious Bastards, what was the weapon of choice of Sergeant Donnie Donowitz, played by Eli Roth?
Was it a baseball bat?
That is correct.
Nice.
It was a baseball bat.
Nice.
All right. Scott, you're up.
All right. Well, I guess we'll kick off directors and their films for 2, if you don't mind.
Sure. Unbreakable, Signs, The Village, Lady in the Water, and The Happening. Who's the director of all these 2000s films?
Yeah.
Also the guy that also directed Avatar: The Last Airbender. The movie. M. Night Shyamalan.
That was actually 2010.
Yeah, but I'm saying
just outside
of that lineage there.
Yep, that is correct. M. Night Shyamalan. You're right.
And whatever that movie was with Will Smith and Jaden Smith, I think he did too.
Oh, but I Am Legend?
No,
it was after that. IAE or something.
Oh, after AI.
it wasn't AI.
It wasn't AI. It was
like After Earth or something.
Yeah, something
After Earth. Sorry, when I hear After Earth, I think of a much better movie, Titan AE.
Yes, Matt Damon, Drew Barrymore, and Bill
Yep.
Pullman too. Is that a good animation?
Oh, fantastic animation. Unfortunately, it was a box office flop.
Was that? I saw that in theaters. Was that a Bakshi film?
I'm not entirely sure, but it is a fantastic. I think it's a fantastic movie and well deserving of more praise than it got.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up. That's all I'm doing here, by the way. I promise that.
All right, Rob, I believe you're up.
Actors and characters for 300, because I'm not going to get any of the other categories.
You might.
Well,
In the 2004 film Dodgeball, what was the name of Vince Vaughn's character who owned Average Joe's Gym?
give it to Day. I never watched this movie.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a shame. Fantastic movie.
It was a fantastic
I
movie.
don't do stupid comedies.
What? It was a good movie. That I think I just don't remember the name, so I'm going to give it to Scott.
Oh,
LaFleur, Peter LaFleur.
that's correct. Peter
But
LaFleur.
speaking
I
of-
have the jersey over here, by the way. I want to point that out. The Average Joe's jersey.
Speaking of Vince Vaughn, he was just in this new movie that's on Netflix called Nanas or something, and it was really good. It's based on
Okay.
actually, Scott, you may have heard the place. I know you guys are close to New York, but it's based on this restaurant that I think Garden States or some kind of island in New York. And they but anyways, it's a restaurant that's ran by nanas and stuff like that, and it was really good. And I guess they've been in business for the last 15 years, and it was basically a promo, but Vince Vaughn played the main character, and it was good.
He has a
All
TV
right.
show right now on Apple TV with from the guy who did Ted Lasso and Scrubs, Bill Lawrence.
Yeah. And Susan Sarandon was in it too.
She did film something here recently as a TV show. I don't remember what it was.
Huh.
But yeah, it was good.
Because a lot of, like I said, it's a lot more mainstream now. De Niro's got a TV show.
And the lady that played Adrian from Rocky's in it.
Talia Shire filmed something. Oh shit! That movie.
Yeah,
You saw that movie?
yeah, it's on Netflix
All right.
now.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a sec. We're gonna go over here for a sec. Okay. Yeah, that was a movie with Jason Mazuzakis too.
I think so.
There was this. I don't remember what it was because there was a scene in that movie that we had shot, and I completely forgot about it until now. Where they were looking at something. I forget what it was, but it was the day that we had that yellow smoke. Remember we had that smoke coming down from like Canada that just poisoned everybody.
That
What
looked orange.
Which Pope was signified by that one?
Pope Benedict, right? I don't know, dude. There's been 4 popes since the last time the Cowboys made the world,
That's
the
right.
Super Bowl. But yeah, no, I remember because we had to shoot that thing hyper fast. We shot it down in like Edison, New Jersey, and they
Okay.
had to race through this because that smoke, you could see it like coming towards you. That giant yellow smoke, because our air quality was like 20. Anything below 200 is lethal.
Yeah, it was basically about this guy loses his mom. Vince Vaughn's character, just his mom passed away, and the thing that
I'm
makes
familiar with that. Yes.
the thing that makes him remember his mom is her cooking, and she's an Italian woman, and he would remember how good the food was and stuff. So then he had the idea to take the insurance money that she had and go make a restaurant with nanas that were Italian that could come and, you always want your grandma to make you food, and that would make authentic Italian food and stuff like that. And it was really good.
Nice. Yeah. What was the name of the movie?
Huh?
What was the name of the movie?
I want to say it was like Nana, like N-O.
That's what that was on my list.
Nonas. Okay.
Yeah. Nannas. Okay.
Or not nanas.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Okay. I saw that on my list of days that I'd worked, and I'm like, I have no idea what this project is. Thank you.
So you were on that?
Yeah, I did a day on it.
Like as an extra or?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now
That was the makeup artist.
See if I can find you.
Yeah, it was something. It was a truck driver or something or another.
Okay.
But yeah, I completely forgot about that project but I remember the smoke. But I remember what the movie was. So thank you.
Yeah, it was Nona's, and it's the #1 movie on Netflix right now. But it makes sense because it came out on Mother's Day.
Fascinating.
Huh.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Thank you. Anyway, broke that one for a second. I had no idea where we were.
All right.
Fascinating.
So
indeed.
did Scott get the answer right?
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
It was LaFleur.
Okay.
LeFleur. So I believe. All right, so that was Rob's pick. Then
Yes.
Davion passed it. Scott got it. So I believe it's Davion's turn.
Davion's turn.
My go? Oh.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I will go with directors and their films for 400.
400. Frank Miller, Quentin Tarantino, and Robert Rodriguez were all directors of this 2005 gritty movie based on a Frank Miller comic series.
That was Sin City.
Sin City is
That is
correct.
sir. Nice.
Very nice.
You suck.
Rob,
at
I think you probably would have known that one, Rob.
In a way, yes, because I've got cards over there, but I couldn't remember that it was called Sin City.
Ah, okay.
So,
Well, Rob or Scott, you're up.
Actors and characters for one. Let's close it out. Not that I really want to do that.
Who or what was the character of Wilson in the movie Castaway?
My name is Voight. It was a volleyball.
That is correct. He was a volleyball. Or it was a volleyball.
Voight's not the correct
I'm sorry,
answer.
Wilson. By the way, do you want to know what was actually in that package?
What?
It was a letter from a woman trying to get her husband back, and
Huh.
it was all the things that she basically made him to try and bring him back home, but they never got delivered. It
Huh.
was in the script, but never filmed. So anyway,
Ah. All right. Rob, you're up.
I'm gonna get it wrong, but show me the money for 400.
woo.
All right. Grossing $1 billion worldwide, this superhero film was the highest grossing film of 2008.
Maybe I will get it right. I'm gonna go with The Dark Knight.
That is correct.
Yay.
Like I said, I don't think the questions are out of your grasp.
Yeah.
I don't think they are. But yeah, so Davion, your turn.
Director and their films for 300.
300. Who directed the three Spider-Man movies starring Tobey Maguire in the 2000s that helped revitalize the character in film?
Oh my God, I know the guy that directed The Evil Dead. Oh God, come on, think, baby, think. Ah,
I think Rob might be having a mental breakdown right here.
I quietly am too.
no, I am too. Oh my God.
The spotlight is bright.
If it
So
helps, I've met him,
bright.
which doesn't help because I don't have a picture.
I had a feeling that you'd met him.
Yeah. I have his autograph on Spider-Man 2.
Rob, let him think. Let him think.
Yeah, please. God.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
He can't
I know.
cook if he don't got it.
Shut
Too
up.
many cooks.
Let him think.
I know he directed also Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
I mean, you could name every film he's directed.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad.
Wait. Oh yeah.
Just keep shuffling us the entire
Sorry, that was on me.
Oh my God. I'm an idiot if I quit this. No, don't you dare, Davion. Don't you dare.
He's a really nice guy.
I know. Shut
So
up.
I've heard.
Rob, shut up. Let him think.
That's part of the game.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
Music.
Unfortunately, God is not the correct answer.
I know God is not the correct answer. That's his name. Oh my God. And I'm a fan of The Evil Dead. Oh my God.
All your fans are crying.
I know. I bet you're going to come at the last minute. Oh my God. Oh.
Oh, it's the worst feeling.
Why is Ralph Macchio on my mind?
Oh no.
But it's not Ralph Macchio. It's
Oh no.
Sam Raimi.
There we go.
There we
you
go.
son of a nut
There
crack.
we go. You did it.
Also,
Vic-
speaking of Spider-Man, this is very weird timing. I just got a notification that the Spider-Man Norrell trailer just came out and it's coming out in 2026.
Nice.
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 Okay.
You know, I'm actually very disappointed that we gave Davion that much time.
I know.
I was.
That's why I wasn't wanting to shut up, but you told me to shut up.
Yeah.
Too much time.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what? The poor kid was trying to sit there. That's part of the reason I gave him extra time was because he was thinking so much, and you're just like, anyway, about this. And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah,
No, we've always been very good when it comes to giving people time.
yeah.
We've always been very good about that.
For
Yeah,
me, for the
but-
most part, 99% of the time, I either know it or I don't.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And I'm like, the guy, I see.
Rob, you're up.
his face.
Or not Rob, Scott, you're up.
Yeah.
Scott.
All right. Show me the money for 3, please.
Okie dokie. Grossing worldwide at around $935.5 million, this film, released in 2004, is DreamWorks' highest grossing film.
Was that? I got one of 2 options in my head right now. Was that Toy Story 2?
That is incorrect.
Shit. Oh, crap basket.
It's DreamWorks.
Story's not even DreamWorks. But
All right, Rob. Prove,
You're thinking the other studio. You all know this one.
There is 2 answers that are in my mind, but we're gonna go with Shrek 2.
You are correct.
I almost said Flush Away. But
Did that even make a profit?
What?
I think so.
Food fight, I think. Thanks.
With good old Hugh Jackman.
God. All right. Well, Rob, it is your pick. Your turn. We got a barn burner today.
By the way,
No
that was
one's running away with it.
Yeah.
Let's go with Show Me the Money for 500.
500. All right. Rounded to the nearest 100 million. How much did the 2003 movie Lord of the Rings: Return of the King gross worldwide?
Scott's gonna know this.
This is according to Wikipedia.
Scott doesn't know this, actually.
Oh, well, neither does Rob. I mean, I've seen this movie.
Remember,
once.
you could always just throw a random number. You could always throw a number rounded to the nearest 100 million.
Millions. Well, you said Lord of the Rings: Return of the Kings. This is the. Didn't we have this question earlier?
The first one was no, it wasn't the grossing. It wasn't the gross profit number. It was the number of Oscars it won.
Oh.
So the earlier one was which movie came out in 2003 won 11 Oscars.
Let's go with 900 million.
Unfortunately, that is outside the range. Incorrect.
Okay.
The number I have is rounded to the nearest 10 million, but I will take the above and or below.
Oh, I thought you meant like the. No, oh well.
Well, it's like say you want to say you're picking 3.5 million. The actual number is like 3.45 or something like that.
Oh,
I would take 3.5 or 3. Like 3.5 or 3.4.
Okay. Thought you meant the nearest 100 million, like if it was 300.
Well, it is the nearest 100 million to the number. It is the nearest 100 million to the number, top or bottom.
Yeah, you want to take a shot at it?
But yeah, so your guess was 900 mil. Not a bad guess.
700.
Incorrect.
1.1 bill.
That is within the range.
Had a feeling. I had a feeling.
I would have taken 1.1 or 1.2.
I actually was going to go with $1 billion, but when Rob said 900 and you said no, I figured okay, maybe bump it up a tiny bit.
Well, but that's why the number I had was this. That way it can go up to the 2 or the 1.
Because I could have swore we had a Lord of the Rings question earlier that you
did.
No, that you said which one hit $1 billion, or
no, he didn't.
No, it was how many Oscars?
That was this one.
That was a different. We've had 2 This was the 3rd Lord of the Ring, if I'm not.
This is the 2nd Lord of the Rings.
Second one.
It's because Scott had a trivia fact.
Yes, because again, Lord of the Rings is Scott's bandwagon here. Yes,
Lord of the Rings
that is his bread and butter.
An elf is mine.
Yeah, fair enough. So, all right. Speaking of, Day, it's yours, right?
Yep.
Directors and their films for 500.
Okay. Mainly known for his work in sci-fi as both an actor and later director, this actor made his directorial debut in 2006, directing Mission Impossible 3.
And let me keep my mouth closed because
From the test groups that I threw these questions to, this was by far their favorite. Because half of them only got it, and when they got it, they're like, "Oh, dang!"
Really no.
I've got one idea in my head, and I don't think it's right.
But no, this was the test groups, the focus group's favorite question.
So he was both an actor and a later director.
Yep, later director, but he made his directorial debut in 2006, directing Mission Impossible 3, his film directorial debut. And if anyone in the audience knows, see if you can get it before one of us do.
Repeat the question again,
Mainly known for his work in sci-fi as both an actor and later director, this actor made his directorial debut in 2006, directing Mission Impossible 3.
Didn't he pass away, if I'm not mistaken?
I will not give any hints about that. I will not answer that question.
Mm-hmm.
He cannot confirm or deny.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, I can't think of his name, but I don't. Oh God, I can't.
There's only one name that comes to mind, but it's not going to match.
I can't think of his name. There is somebody I have in mind, but I can't think of his name.
I will give you one hint. It is not Sam Raimi.
No, it's not. No, I know it's not Sam Raimi, but
it's Ted Raimi. There you go.
It's Ted Raimi. Bill Raimi.
There's a great interview on Streampunk Cinema.
Indeed.
That's
kind of why I picked that question earlier.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's only one that comes to mind.
Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton is incorrect.
Ah.
I feel this is going to be wrong. I don't think it's a bad answer, but I was going to say Jonathan Frakes.
That is also incorrect.
Yeah.
Not a bad answer.
Because he had done Cody Banks earlier in Clockstopper.
If Rob doesn't get it, when I reveal the answer, you're all going to go, "Oh!"
Turning the hat around so I slap myself in the head.
Same here.
Good thing is I don't have a hat, so I don't have to abuse myself.
Gotta have that scene from like Naked Gun 33 and a third. We all slap their heads simultaneously.
No. Or we all turn our hats.
This is the last time we're inviting Phil Donahue to the Academy Awards.
Wait, Scott. We all turn our hats and we smack Rob.
Smack Rob.
So this is gonna be a stretch because I'm pretty sure.
All right.
But we're gonna say Ron Howard.
That is also incorrect. The correct answer is J.J. Abrams.
Ow, fuck.
I didn't even know he was an actor.
He was Wesley in Star Trek.
Wait, Wesley.
Yeah.
That's
Wait,
no.
Shut up.
That's
Will Wesley.
Oh no, that's Will Wheaton.
Yeah,
but no, J.J. Abrams was he does have some actor credits as well. But later on he was and later on he directed Star Wars and Star Trek.
Yeah, I know J.J. Abrams did Star Wars, but all right, cool.
But yep. So
next, I kind of want to look at his acting credits.
Yeah, I'll have to look that. Yeah. I'll look it up
So
again.
next one would be Scott.
All right, come back to that.
Scotty.
All right, so right now I've got a slim lead here. Oscar winners for 2, thanks.
Oscar winners for 2. In 2010, Avatar, the 2009 film, won 3 Oscars. However, they came in second in total wins to this movie, which took home 6 Oscars, including Best Picture and Best Director.
In 2009.
2009. So it was a 2009 film, therefore it was the 2010 Oscars, technically. It's one of those, like...
Probably
weird...
not The Hangover.
It was not The Hangover. That is incorrect.
I don't know. What was in 2009?
Rob, your guess?
Yeah.
Toy Story 3.
That is also incorrect.
I was a little out of the loop in 2009, I admit, so.
I thought this was one of the easier ones.
Took home 6 awards.
There were some life issues at the time.
Including Best Picture and Best Director.
Mm-hmm.
These categories are always so hard.
This one is very hard because I gotta.
Yeah, I'm realizing that I probably should have put this one at a higher point value. I thought it would be easier given that it was a later release. But it was basically the film that it's like a lot of it, like everyone was expecting Avatar to win everything, but it ended up not. And the film that took the most Oscars, which were 6, including Best Picture and Best Director, was this film. What film beat Avatar? And denied them their Oscar destiny?
If I was a betting man, I would have to pass this one because.
All right.
Yeah, I looked up the answer, but I'm not gonna, won't count.
All right. It was The Hurt Locker.
Hurt Locker.
Yeah.
Never even seen it.
I heard of it and it just didn't.
It surprised a lot of people that it won over Avatar.
Well, I mean, Avatar was basically just Dances with Wolves, in space.
It was.
Yeah.
It was certainly, but remember all the hype that went around that movie. There was like so much hype. It was like, oh, this is the greatest animated film ever. Blah 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 blah.
Greater thanks is right.
Yeah, no, it was like absurd amount of hype, and everyone was like, well, all right, and that it was a decent enough movie, and everyone was like, all right, Dances with Wolves in Space. Well, it's gonna win every Oscar, and lo and behold, Hurt Locker ended up winning it.
Wow.
Did you just call Avatar an animated movie?
Animated / live action.
It was viewed a lot of ways because of the
of the CGI.
CGI aspect of it. Yeah.
I wouldn't consider it an animated,
Yeah.
animated movie.
My apologies. It was probably that was not the best term.
Okay.
But due to the CGI and the graphics and the animation and graphics that were involved in it,
yeah,
there was a lot of hype.
Sorry.
Like I remember it in particular because it was just absurd the amount of hype and promotion for it.
When you just said anime, I was just about to say, are we talking about The Last Airbender instead?
No. Avatar:
I'm
The Last
very nervous
Airbender
about that
was
third series, by the way. I want to point that out.
Yeah.
I know it's a series,
everyone is.
but
Everyone's worried about Netflix and their bastardization of stuff.
Well, the new one from Paramount.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't have faith in the original creators in a 2025 environment.
Well, we'll see. Well, it might end up being a box office / financial flop, but I'm sure that fans of the series will probably really like it.
what are we talking about?
Avatar the new
Yeah.
one that's coming out.
Yeah,
But anywho, I believe Rob, you're up.
Yeah, I believe I'm going to get it wrong, but that's okay. So
You always go with an easier
I know.
category.
The ones that don't make a difference, really, but I guess show me the money for 200.
Every amount of point makes a difference.
Not
With
this-
speaking of, with a ton of hype, a debatable $280 million production cost, and direction by James Cameron, this movie showcased a mix of live action and highly detailed CGI animation, resulting in a $2.9 billion worldwide gross, a record that still stands today.
And I take Avatar for 200.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Very good. You are now tied for second.
Yes.
Yay!
All right, Day, you're up.
Director and their films for 100.
100. Releasing in 2005, this film was the final film directed by George Lucas.
Star Wars: The Phantom Menace.
That is incorrect.
Oh my God!
Kyle was so set to give him a plus on that one too.
Had to put on the brakes there.
Yeah.
Scott?
Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
That is correct. Revenge of the Sith.
I was running a help desk at that time, and I closed down the help desk early to go watch the movie. Kicked all the students out of the lab.
Oh,
Dang, you were supposed
Can't
to
figure out why I got fired
chosen
again.
one.
you were the chosen one.
Come on.
You are my brother,
okay,
Anakin. I love
okay.
you. Love is forbidden.
Darkness.
No movie.
You're supposed to get the question right, not fail it.
No movie did it have more things I was excited to see in it than Episode 3.
That one was my favorite prequel
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
of the three prequel movies. That one's my favorite one.
But
I will
yeah,
say-
the battle with Dooku,
Yeah.
the death of Grievous, the turn to the
Mhm.
dark side, the Jedi Purge, the final battle, Dark
He
Death.
did that
had
film
so many
well.
bullet points I was looking forward to in that movie.
It
And they
was
hit 'em all.
amazing seeing in theaters for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I was old enough to see it when I was 8, but where we lived, our nearest movie theater was like an hour and a half.
Oh,
So I
wow.
did not get to see it. I saw it on DVD when it came out, but then with the release, me and my friends, we went an hour away because it wasn't at this theater. We went an hour away and went and watched it. And Sarah, yes, that is the Sarah. So just to confirm, a couple weeks ago, Sarah J are my friends. I do know them. That's a throwback from a couple weeks ago. But anyways, yes, and I had the Jar Jar Binks 1999 Star Wars cup from Taco Bell.
Oh God, that thing.
I did something that's not exactly smart, but that's okay. Is I had a straw that's still sealed from 1999. And I
Okay.
used that for my drink, but I'm still healthy, so we're good.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it was still
Okay.
sealed, so I unsealed it and put it right in my drink.
The
You were the
AMC
chosen one.
the AMC theater that had it in Clifton had about 20 different theaters in there. Every single one of them ran Revenge of the Sith at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Except for a
not
couple that
surprising.
had like 12:01. Everything was 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
But the
Yep.
entire theater was just Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
An entire
Yep.
AMC. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
the line
And
was
it
a
was-
quarter of a mile long.
Oh yeah. Not surprising.
Yeah.
And it was pretty packed in the theater, and I will say the one
It's
best experience was people saying the quotes ahead of time, like, hello there. And it was just
Hello
like,
there.
it was
Hello
funny. So it was a good experience.
It's a meme to this day.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
love that.
it was funny when right before he did Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor did something
Mhm.
on Halston, the fashion designer.
Mhm.
I couldn't help it. I had to say it.
I
I
love
had
that.
to say hello there to him. I didn't
love
care if
that.
I got fired. I just like, what opportunity are you ever going to get in your life to say that to Ewan McGregor? Like,
Exactly.
I gotta
No, you gotta do it.
say it.
And speaking of, Scott, you gotta
Oh,
pick.
Potpourri, if you don't mind. Thanks. Last
Finishing off the poopery. Russell Crowe plays Maximus in this 2000 film.
one. Are you not entertained? Hey, it's that movie with that guy from Harry Potter, too.
Exactly.
Gladiator.
Name. There you go.
Do you like movies about gladiators?
Thank you. Billy, have you ever been to a Turkish prison?
Ever seen a grown man?
That's a
fact they got
reference
Peter
that I think only
Graves, the guy
Scott
from
probably
Mission-
gets.
Dude, the fact they got Peter Graves, the guy from Mission Impossible, to say those lines. My God, what a great movie.
Oh my, Airplane is a classic.
100%, 1,000 times over. Anyway,
Anywho,
home stretch.
Rob, pick your
Give
poison.
me Oscar winners for 400.
Never saw it.
400. Winning 6 Oscars, what was the total number of Academy Award nominations for the movie Chicago, released in 2002, at the 2003 Oscars? Here's a hint. They have the most nominations of the decade.
We'll come back to this one in a sec, by the way, this question.
Eight.
8 is incorrect.
Okay, that means it's day.
Want to throw a number out there?
10.
10 is also incorrect.
I'll say 11.
All 3 incorrect. This was a tough one. Lucky number 13.
I was going to say, yeah, 2, 10, 11, eyes, fingers, toes.
I did not see the new Gladiator.
I knew you were going to get that, man.
Yeah, I haven't seen the new one yet either.
Yeah.
All right, Davion, take your pick.
Oscars winner for 500.
Oh,
Going
boy.
for the 5s. How many Oscars did the Harry Potter franchise win in the 2000s?
Oh.
This was the second favorite question.
Ooh. We know Dave's not going to get it right.
4.
4 is incorrect.
I'm gonna say 1.
1 is also incorrect.
I'm going to go with 5.
That is also incorrect. The correct answer is none.
I think the other answer I was thinking it would have been.
Say none, but something tell me.
I think
None.
maybe.
They were nominated for 7, but they did not win a single Oscar in the
Wow.
2000s.
Wow.
Oh, it was how many won? I thought. Never mind.
We
Yep,
misunderstood.
that was a question.
No, I actually thought it was 0. Yeah. All right. Dang it! I should have listened to my instincts.
That's a little-
Like
That's
Jim
why
Cummings-
this was the second favorite question, because everyone's like, you're right.
like Jim Cummings says, the best stinks or the best instincts or the best stinks or whatever. I'll have to reread that. The best instincts are the best. Never mind, I can't.
The best instincts are the first ones.
The best instincts are the gut instincts.
No, he says his best stinks are the best. I'll figure it out. I will come back to this next week. He always says it all the time.
You get him to record a video of it and play it at the next Tales of the Film set.
Yes. Yeah. Get him to record something first, will you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that'll be more in July.
All right.
Yeah, you're
Scott?
not going out to California. I guess
Scott,
we'll go with that one.
go
Sure.
with this one. What was the name of the modern-day Western film based on a 2005 novel set in 1980 West Texas that won the Academy Award for Best Picture at the 2008 Oscars? Think the context clues.
All right, give me a second.
All right, no, we give time.
All right, so it's not that one.
It might be the other one. If it's not that one, it might be the other one, or perhaps this one. But maybe that one. But it's not Sam Raimi.
Actually, Drat, I was actually gonna take you out of there so I can concentrate. I hit the wrong one. This is what I meant to do.
Just kick the host out.
I am the host.
Kick the MC out.
Scott said, "I have the high grounds."
MC boot.
You see, it's based on a 2005 novel.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
That was set in 1980 West Texas.
I don't know. My first thought would have been True Grit, 'cause I know that came around that time, but it's not. I'm done. I'm out.
All right, so it's not True Grit is incorrect. Rob, what you got?
Let's see. Based on a novel set. Teenage was won Academy for Picture in 2008. That means it won for 2007.
It was a 2007 film that won for the 2008 Oscars because those happened in February for all the films the year before.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go with what's a novel? Hunger Games.
What?
That is also incorrect.
Yeah.
Takes place in 1980 West Texas, based on a 2005 novel.
Definitely Hunger Games.
Davion, do we think you got it?
Okay.
The only thing but I know it's not this film because it had too much of a strong cast in there, and it's not this one because I remember the only Western film I went to go see, but this is not the film, so I'm not going to say this film unless I just want to give up. So,
Also, by the way, Sarah, that unfortunately your answer is also incorrect.
Okay. I had a feeling.
not that film. Not that film. Oh, God. Because me and Rob is going to tie anyway, so.
Great movie.
I was no 1980 West Texas.
It takes place in 1980s West Texas, based on a 2005 novel, and it's considered a modern day Western film.
It won't be Brokeback Mountain.
No. The correct answer is
No Country for Old Men. That
Okay.
was,
Okay.
Don't even know what that movie is.
Yeah,
I
okay.
do, but
it is a modern day Western.
was
Basically, drug deal gone bad. Some guy finds money, starts getting chased around. It really good movie.
And Dallas Buyers Club was like 5 years later too.
Yes.
it was in my mind, but I was like, is that a country movie?
Neo-Western crime thriller film by the Coen brothers.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say it's like if I put Coen brothers, that probably would have helped.
No Country.
I'm realizing that now, but yeah, the answer was No Country for Old Men. So we got ourselves a close enough game where Scott cannot win by betting 0, perhaps, if someone else gets the question right.
He knows how much he's already going to bet too.
Indeed. So let me pull up the. So we are going. So let me first mark down our scores. Scott's score currently is 2,100. Davion's score is 1,500, and Rob's score is also 1,500. So we got ourselves a close game right now. So the final category is titled 10th Times a Charm.
Oh, good Lord.
10th Times a Charm.
All right. So as the
Here
rule
we
goes,
go.
we put down our dollar amount in this particular case.
Yep, 10th time's a charm. Let me know what your wagers are. I will write them down right now. So you can just I will count to 60. And so everyone figures out your wagers. So you don't even have to write it down. You could just tell me.
Oh.
But, all right, and fine. Everyone write them down and then show it to me all at the same time. And
Sorry, I just closed out my window here.
dot 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 dot. Wager. All right. Rob wagers 1, Davion wagers 1,500, and Scott wagers a ring light.
901.
901. Yep, the reflection was a little high.
Reflections of the way life used to be.
And you can present the thingy.
Actually, you know what? I'm sorry. I should have just done it. All right.
Yeah,
So-
please present my notepad, please.
Okay.
Excellent. So, yep. As you can see, I do have some records from previous.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yes, I do. Like I said, I have everyone's, or at least the
Including
ones that
obscurity
that I've been to.
Obscurity, playability. What was the obscurity playability one, by the way?
Playability, watchability, growability, and badassery.
Oh, we keep I keep forgetting which ones it is.
That's why I had to write it down.
Thank you.
Yeah. By the way, I would highly recommend checking out our reaction videos. By the way,
Yeah,
they are entertaining.
By the way, yeah.
Anywho, so we have ourselves 10 times the charm. We have our wagers in, and I'm a dum-dum and realize I put them in the final scores. Let me get rid of those.
Actually, in this case, I have to get it right. If I don't get it right, I'm automatically out.
Could be.
No, you got this, Scott.
No.
Yeah, if Scott gets it wrong, yeah. Because
I count on you guys for going all in like you normally do.
Because I only waged 1 point.
That's the wagers.
I'm done.
All right, so 10 times the charm. Final question category.
Score too.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right. Known for directing some amazing classic movies, yet never winning Best Director, this director finally got his Oscar after his 10th nomination after directing The Departed. Name the director.
Yep, I got it.
I just got to.
All right.
Give me a second.
I was going to say, it's like when you're ready, just hold your hands up. Boom. Boom.
I have stories about this person.
I'm avoiding be right. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. That's all, folks. All set?
No,
Yeah, I'll go that way. By the way,
It's a name.
I know.
It's a name.
I know, but what is the director's? My name again?
Are you writing? Are you writing the name of Dot Warner?
No.
Oh no! All right. I'll give you another few seconds to write down something.
20, 19,
Shut up.
8,
No, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'll be quiet.
10, 5,
Oh my god, I can't think of his name.
4, 3.5.
Oh my god. And I know the face.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, all right. Who was in? Well, Davion and Rob are tied for third place. So we're
Tied for
starting out.
second and third.
Right. So we'll start out with Davion. You're
Actually,
up first.
give the question one more time, Kyle. Just read
The
read
question is: known for directing some amazing classic movies, not classical, but classic movies, yet never winning Best Director. This director finally got his Oscar after his 10th nomination after directing The Departed. Name the director.
Well, let's take the L because I can't think of his name. And
Oh,
take the L. I can't think of his name,
Alright.
Dude.
but I know
Alright.
who he is. I just can't think of the name.
All right. Well, here's the correct answer: is Martin Scorsese.
Yes, I know. I was trying to.
All right.
You had yep. Scott had Scorsese
I
and
got it wrong. I said Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan. Unfortunately, that is
It was-
incorrect. So, Scott, you finish with 31 or 30-01. Davion finishes with 0, and Rob is 14.99 plus tax.
I bet on myself to get it right, and by God, I actually did.
You did. Very
You know
nice.
what?
Well done.
It's
I had
not
to
like the
get-
time with the Batman.
I had to
Oh yeah, with Batman
Batman
Returns.
Returns.
Yeah,
And
the
Martin
entire
Scorsese-
movie talking about. I've been the entire Jeopardy talking about that movie. It's
Yeah.
literally the answer to the final Jeopardy question. I suddenly blanked and forgot what it was.
And you were like, "You're not gonna get this right, Robert." And then they did.
I wound up getting the blank moment.
You know, it's
So
funny
I
on
blame
the
you,
set
Scott.
of
That's
Wolf
the
of
worst
Wall Street,
thing.
You know, there's actually it's funny because on set he wants to go by Marty. You know, he doesn't want to go by Martin or Sir Scorsese, whatever it is. And there was a bit there where he came to set and he handed his coat off to someone else, except there was nobody there. The assistant wasn't there for any reason. So he looked over, saw no assistant. He's like, all right, put the coat back on. He was cool. He's actually a really nice guy. He's actually a really good personality.
Because he was the one that was talking bad about superhero films.
Yes, he was.
See,
Yep.
Well, so was Tarantino. But
yeah, but Martin Scorsese to me was a legend. So it was like letting a legend say, I just couldn't think of his name.
Right through the heart.
yeah.
And you're too late because Rob is in second again.
It's
No.
okay.
No, that was.
Jeopardy,
I
a
was gonna
bad
say
name,
this
bad
time we
name.
actually had a final question where anyone could win.
Yeah.
Right.
This was like I think this was like the first time where every single person was within the range of winning.
Yes, within striking distance.
Yep.
But I'm not going to knock it because guess what? Who has the most wins?
I don't know who has
Probably
one.
Scott.
This year?
Not you, Day. No,
This
it's
year?
not. Scott's been winning.
Kyle, can you keep tabs on that? By the way,
I have Scott winning the horror theme one.
Wait, Scott won
cheesy-
the horror.
it was this one. Two thieves push the bound of immortality after making their way through a house of horrors. Oh, it was the explain a film plot badly.
God, I remember. God, that was so much fun. That one. I
But
forgot
yeah,
about
like the
that.
cheesy action
was the
movie,
last
Scott
one
ended
we
up
did,
winning.
right?
Oh yeah, the cheat. Yeah, Scott won that.
The the one with the time cop. You won that one.
Thank you.
Scott came in last with negative 27,000 or 2,700.
Mhm.
I'm a late bloomer, Alex, but in Double Jeopardy, I'm gonna bloom.
I'm gonna bloom. It's a funny hat.
Funny.
And those are the ones that I have. I'm not sure if you guys did any without me.
No,
No.
I don't think so. No.
What
Oh,
about
dear.
the Christmas one? I won that one, right?
The Christmas one was last year. I'm only covering. I only have the records for this year.
Okay.
Last year I didn't. Last year I didn't keep any records.
Well, Scott's won 2. Have we only done 3 Jeopardies?
No.
We've done one a month, or like a Jeopardy or trivia. We've done one a month.
Wasn't the Nickelodeon / Disney this year? Or no.
Maybe I don't know. I need
The
to
90s?
dig some stuff around. Yeah, I need to dig around a bit.
Okay.
But yeah, these are the ones I have along with the obscurity
So yeah,
playability
we're only
one.
going based on this year. Yeah, I think Scott's won them. Won at
Yeah,
least
the
2.
Hall of Fame article, new text document, document.
Yeah, I think he's won
What the hell is
3.
this one?
I think this is our 5th one. I think Scott's won 3.
Okay. Well, Scott's won at least 2 by my record.
Yay!
Right. 2 in a row.
Yay!
All
And I'm
right,
pretty
that's
sure you
comic
won
book movie trivia,
before.
Hall of Fame balance. Yeah, those are the ones I got. So if I'm missing one, please let me know.
Yeah, I'll go through our archive and just see which ones.
I do appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But yeah, congratulations, Scott, for pulling out the 2000s movie Final Jeopardy.
Yay!
Rob, you did pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the more child ones you had on there.
I mean, you get the points when you can.
I'm very disappointed in
I
you,
was-
sir,
I
that
was
there was
calling
no
this Scott.
Monsters Inc.
There was no Monsters Inc. because I tried to avoid Disney. I tried to go more live action stuff this time.
Mhm.
But there was half cartoons on there. We could have did.
There were some. I did put El Dorado on there. There
Yeah.
was some DreamWorks. Yes.
Yeah.
That's DreamWorks, not Disney.
Yes, I know.
And Finding
But,
Nemo was in there too.
Yep. Yeah. We had our Disney one was Show Me the Money for Finding Nemo.
The only Disney one.
It's like I was looking through all the movies that came out in the 2000s. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need like a 10 by 10 board to do this, to do all the movies justice.
That was a good one though. That was
Yeah,
you
that
did a
one
really
was
good job.
good.
There.
It was
Thank you.
just, I think I wasn't prepared with
Do
name
your homework. Well, next time we'll do the 2010s Jeopardy,
Ooh.
and we'll see how that goes.
But for, this was this was the perfect difficulty level. 6.5 out of 10, right in the wheelhouse. So
Mm-hmm.
Make a Jeopardy that's like 4 out of 10.
Well, I know one of them was like, I considered a 2 out of 10, and everyone hated it. So
movies that begin with the word Jaws.
No.
we'll do a celebrity Jeopardy form of Tales from the Film Set Jeopardy.
Write a number, any number, and you
S
win.
words.
Yo, that would be a fun one. Make a Jeopardy based on the people we've interviewed, but be very vague.
That would be tough.
That's difficult. I mean,
That one's a tricky
I
one,
can
but
send
I
them the
can certainly
playlist,
try.
but I can send them the playlist, but
Like based on the ones that we've interviewed for Streampunk
All right.
Cinema. I'm not
If you can get me a list of everyone that that Streampunk has interviewed, I will make a Jeopardy with questions only involving stuff that that those people have been involved with.
That'd be fun.
all right, give me 20 seconds. I'll get you a list.
God.
Give me 20 seconds. I give you the.
I was gonna say it's like we could do a sports Jeopardy. We still gotta do the video game one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just sent
we
you
got
the
a lot of
playlist.
them. Oh God.
There's 75 videos in there, by the way.
Ladies
Alrighty.
and gentlemen,
Holy,
I
there's-
lost.
There's 75 videos. Oh my God.
And there will
That
be
is-
more coming soon.
By the way, the new rule in this case, by the way, thank you, Rob, for helping me out. The
Yeah.
new rule: Wednesdays and Saturdays will be interviews as I have them. That is the
Wait,
deadline.
what?
The schedule for interviews to be released is Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Okay.
That
Okay.
is the schedule I'm putting myself on for this.
Okay.
All right. We
I
got
like
75 interviews. I
So
can
tomorrow
make.
night I'm going to fix. Tomorrow night I'm going to fix the one with the Bambi one because
Okay.
that's already uploaded anyway. And
Okay.
then probably what I'll do is I'll do Catherine Sutherland or Vernon Wells. I don't know which.
Oh,
but I'm going to make sure that these are done at twice a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
I can make 25 questions out of the 75 videos that we have in this
Yay!
playlist. I can try to do that. I can do something like that in the future.
Yeah. Make sure you include something about Chris Parnell. You know,
Sure.
Chris Parnell basically talking like Chris Parnell.
Tricky part is making five unique categories that can cover everything.
Well, you could. Well, we have enough people that you could do horror or like do different horror, like horror animation.
Yeah,
You could.
I can figure something out.
We also have to figure this out, not for this one specifically, but we would probably at some point include Sean Fry into this as well.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Which if you guys
we need to get Halen in it. Halen. I am terrible with the guy's name. I do apologize.
That's okay.
He was from E.T.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we do E.T. specific, but I'd have to talk to him, see how he feels about that, because that's might put him on the spot a tiny bit.
Yeah. Well,
but I was talking to him earlier today. You and I are going to talk probably Wednesday. Maybe alongside him, if that's cool with you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll wait until after the show.
No, you're fine. Oh, okay.
So
out of coins to phone home.
do we got anything? We don't got anything big coming up this weekend.
No, sir.
But there's a big movie next weekend and a huge convention. Not this coming up weekend, but the next weekend. Just gonna do a quick little plug. GalaxyCon Oklahoma City is May 23rd through the 25th. They have a bunch of great people: William Shatner, Giancarlo Esposito, Carrie Elwes, Helen Hunt. Almost the entire cast of the Fairly Odd Parents is going to be there. I mean, there's all kinds of different people. If you haven't got your tickets, go get them today. An amazing event. It's we're praying for no bad weather. There was supposed to be a tornado last year, but it skipped. They said, "Hey, all the celebrities here."
That.
Yeah. Instead, it hit my tree that my dog likes, but it just cut it in half, so we're good. But yeah, so GalaxyCon Oklahoma. And if you can't go to that show, I bet you there's a GalaxyCon that is near you. They are global. So
Robin told me the other day that she's never been to a comic convention of any sort.
Oh, well.
And I'm like, seriously? Yeah, she's like, yeah, I kind of wasn't allowed to as a kid.
Yeah.
Her parents wouldn't let her play video games either. It's really weird. She's never played Mario.
And I mean, it makes sense because I mean, comic conventions have gotten more popular nowadays. Nowadays, there's a con. There's like 5 every single weekend.
Yeah,
literally.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's insane. But the good thing is, yeah. And then in 2 weeks, which I know we still need to figure out what a wager is going to be, but Stitch is going to hit $1 billion easily.
I wouldn't say easily.
It's going to, by 3rd or 4th weekend, it'll be at $1 billion.
All right, because you want to know why I say that? Because you got Final Destination.
Final Destination is not going to affect the box office.
Keep in mind also, Minecraft is not at $1 billion yet.
But it is almost.
That kind of surprised me.
Yeah, but in this case here, if Minecraft is at 909, that says a lot about Lilo. That raises red flags for Lilo and Stitch.
It doesn't for me because I feel like there's a bigger Disney fandom for Stitch than there is Minecraft.
I agree with you, but
there's a bigger Disney one, yes, but I think there's a bigger fan base for Minecraft.
I'm just saying,
especially with the whole chicken jockey thing.
I get the whole chicken jockey thing, but trust me.
But the reason why I say that about Final Destination, because this is Tony Todd's last film.
But that's not going to affect
the kids aren't going to care who Tony Todd is.
No. I'm not talking about the kids. I would think more the adults going to run out and see this film than.
Yeah, but see, adults have lives.
Yeah, kids control their lives. Now,
by the way, Jay, somebody busted on you, basically saying that Final Destination wasn't scary. They kind of riffed on. They dumped on you a little bit.
Then again, in the preview, it was that other guy that was all shock and awed in the promotional footage.
In the
Davey, I was just sitting there like,
yeah, it's a movie. I'm sitting here. He's probably Dave's sitting there in that poster thinking to himself, I really got to take a shit right now. I wonder if I can basically, I wonder if I can get away with a couple of farts until this movie's over.
It looked like you were thinking of your answers for Jeopardy.
No, but it was, of course, see, horror doesn't have to be scary. It could be gory as heck or shocking as heck. That could still be considered horror. So for the person to be like, oh, it wasn't scary enough, it's supposed to throw you off with a shock value.
No, most of those movies have done a good job with scaring people, like putting the fear in people. Like anytime you see a log truck, you want to go to the other way, so there's not a possibility that a log hits you right in the car.
Oh yeah, but once you go see it, you'll be scared.
I won't be seeing it, so I'll be watching Lilo and Stitch. Movie that's gonna hit $1 billion.
Of all the movies that are coming out, that one has a very, very good chance of doing so. It's the only thing I worry about is how bad Snow White was.
Yeah.
It might get some fallout from that.
But I don't think so, because you can go based on the trailer. We went based on the trailer of Snow White, and we knew it was automatically going to be trash.
Oh yeah,
the side by side of the trailer from Lilo and Stitch and the Lilo and Stitch movie, they're almost identical, but gives its own little flair. And I don't think there's anything that can really hurt this movie.
Yeah, well, then again, the trailer might have just shown the only good parts, but who knows?
Well, let's hope not. Let's
here we hope not. That's right.
So, but I think on that note, are we good, Scott? On that note,
I think so, Brain.
Okay.
I think so, Brian.
And we're gonna try to take over the world, Stream Punk Cinema, and that is Scott, that is Day, that is Kyle, and I'm Robert, and this is Tales from the Film Set. Woo!
Good. Day looked up.